What is going on, everybody? Mahaffey with another video on Mahaffey Moto. Like, comment, and subscribe. Alright. So, yeah. Someone almost wrecked my motorcycle. And, I'm gonna have a little discussion about this. Yeah, so someone almost wrecked my motorcycle. It was, you know, in the last video I told you I sold the Rebel, and in the process of selling something, people come over and look at it. Well, just so happens to, when people look at your stuff, they want to test drive it. So this guy came over. I'm not going to say his name because he might be watching. If he's found a Honda Rebel, he might have found my videos. But yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. So this guy, he called me, and not called me, he texted me, and he asked if he could come look at the Honda Rebel. I said sure. He comes, he looks at it, and he's looking at it, asking questions like a normal person would. And he tells me he knows how to ride a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, okay, great, that's cool. So he sits on it. He's trying to crank it up. The man does not know how to crank it up the motorcycle, which, I mean, other motorcycles might be different. So he said, hey, I don't know how to crank this one. Can you crank it for me? I said, sure. So I cranked it up for him. Let it idle a little bit, revved it up a little bit, and he liked it. So he asked if he could test drive it. I said, yeah, you know how to ride one, right? He said, yeah, no problem. So he goes, and he's on it, and, well, it's in neutral to first off, and he's trying to go. He's giving it gas, and it's in neutral, and he does not he's not going anywhere because it's in neutral. And I said, it's not in gear, it's not going to go anywhere. He said, oh. So he tries to shift it up. He tries to shift it up to second gear and to go. And I said, you know, first gear is a downshift, right? And he said, every motorcycle I've ever been on, the first gear was up. Now, I don't know what kind of motorcycle he's ever been on, but every motorcycle I've ever heard of is the first gear is down from neutral. And apparently he's found some motorcycle where first gear is up, which is crazy to me. And I'm like, no, first gear's down on this one. And I don't want to make them sound stupid, so I was like, yeah, first gear's down on this one. Then he says, oh. So he's riding it. Nice Corvette right there. He's riding the motorcycle. He gives it 0 gas. He's just cruising in with the clutch. He's just riding like probably 2 miles an hour down my driveway. Now my driveway is a rock driveway, so I thought he was just doing that to see if it worked or something. I don't know, but my driveway is a rock driveway, and the brakes on my Rebel, they were pretty good, and they're like, the brakes were in great condition. As soon as you pulled them, they like had a lot of stopping power. So he goes halfway down my driveway. He pulls the brake. I don't know if he knew what a back brake was, but he pulls the front brake, locks up the front tire, and he's over here like down on a knee trying to hold up the motorcycle, and then he's over here trying to hold up the motorcycle, and then he's He finally gets it. He's lifting it back up. Now, it never touched the ground, but he still near about wrecked it. And he's over there trying to pick it up. And dang, I need downshift. Okay, he's down there trying to pick it up, and he revs that thing to the maximum rev, whatever. I don't know if it's got a rev limiter or not, but if it has a rev limiter, he hit it. He revved that thing up max throttle and trying to pick it up. And I seriously, I was nervous. He picks it back up, and then he's trying to turn it around. He's sitting on it, trying to like back it up and go forward in my driveway. And I'm like, come on, man. I can tell at the most he's maybe ridden a scooter. I don't know. But he did not know how to shift. And two, I don't know. But he didn't know how to shift or anything. And he gets back, and he's still the very slow 2 mile an hour speed going back. And he gets back, and I said, how long have you been riding? He said, well, I took the MSF course. I'm like, what? Well, that's what I'm thinking. I didn't say it. I think, what the crap? Everyone I've heard that has taken the MSF course, I've heard nothing but good things about it. People get out of there and they know how to ride a motorcycle. But he told me he took it, and I can almost guarantee he was lying about it. He didn't take no MSF course. If he was riding like that, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I hear that's pretty good. I've never taken it, but I hear the MSF course is pretty good. And he's like, yeah. But he didn't have a license. He had to go, turn his papers in to get his license. But he'd taken the MSF course apparently, and I don't believe he did take it. I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I said, so do you like it? He says, yeah, man, I love it. And I'm like, okay, great. How about, I had it listed for $1,700 at the time. And I said, yeah, here we go. Yeah. See, people respect me on this motorcycle now. And I lost my train of thought. And I said, oh yeah. I said, so do you want it? He said, yeah, man, I really do want it. I'm like, so he said, so it's $1,700? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, well, I'm going to have to get back with you on that, because I don't know if he had a job or not. He said, I might move to get a job or something. I don't know what the man was saying. But he said he might move to get a job. I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, just if I sold it by then, I'm sorry, but I can't wait on you. He said, all right, I understand. About, dang, there's a lot of wind noise through here. In my right ear, there's a lot of wind noise. Hope it's not in the mic. But I'm like, yeah, I might sell it by then, depending on when you call back. He said, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, yeah, I got a few people asking me about it. He said, yeah, that's cool. So the next week, I sell it. Not to him, to somebody else. And I sell it the next week. And like 2 weeks later, I sold it not last Thursday, but I sold it like 2 weeks ago. And so he asked me if I still have it, like the day after I sold it. I'm like, no, man, I sold it. No, wait. He asked me if I still had it a week after I sold it. So this is last week. I said, no, man, I've already sold it. And I sold it last week is what I said. He's like, oh, man, I really wanted wanted it. I'm like, oh well, I couldn't wait on you, I already sold it. And then he replied back, darn. I'm like, oh, whatever, dude. But he almost wrecked my motorcycle, and I was nervous because I didn't want no one wrecking my motorcycle. And if he would have wrecked it, oh, he would have been leaving my house with a wrecked motorcycle, because he would have paid me for that thing, no questions asked. I would have made him pay me. But good thing he didn't wreck it, so yeah. And whoa. And I was so embarrassed for him. Like, I wasn't really embarrassed. I know he had to have been embarrassed. But I kind of felt bad for the guy. But it's kind of his fault, because he could have told me up front that I don't know if he ever ridden a motorcycle or not, but he could have told me up front he's not very comfortable on one, and I would have walked him through it. But I just let him kind of do his thing, since he told me he's rode before. But I'm like, come on, man. That's what I was thinking. Come on, man. You ever see the NFL? Come on, man. That's about how I was thinking. And I'm probably going to turn in here and end this video. So, yeah. That's going to be about it for today. There's a nice little video I made. And attention, before digging or setting headstones, contact. Do not call that number. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Made it this far in the video. I love you. So return the favor and subscribe. Remember to keep God in everything you do, and I'll see you on the next one.